The Pardoner's Tale, The Price of Greed. Welcome back, everyone. In today's episode, we explore one of the most chilling and moral tales in Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales, The Pardoner's Tale. It's a story about greed, betrayal, and the deadly price of sin, a tale that reminds us how the thirst for gold can destroy even the closest of friends. Our story begins in a small medieval village, where three young men spend their days drinking, gambling, and chasing pleasure. They are careless, loud, and full of pride, the very picture of sin. One morning, as they sit at the tavern, they hear a funeral bell tolling outside. A boy tells them that a close friend of theirs has been killed, not by man, but by Death himself, who stalks the land taking lives during a deadly plague. Enraged and drunk with foolish courage, the three men swear an oath: "We will hunt down Death himself, and we shall kill him before the day is done." And so, armed with daggers and arrogance, they set out on their quest to destroy Death. As they walk through the countryside, they meet a strange old man. He looks frail and weary, with sorrow in his eyes. The men mock him, asking why he still lives when Death takes everyone else. The old man replies softly, "I wander the earth searching for Death, but he will not take me. You will find him under the great oak tree yonder." The three laugh and rush toward the tree, eager for battle, but instead of Death, they find a pile of gold coins, glittering, shining, and unguarded. At once, their rage turns into greed. Death has not killed them yet, but their desire for wealth is about to. They stare at the gold, and one whispers, "Brothers, fortune has smiled upon us." But soon, greed begins to poison their hearts. They realize they cannot carry the treasure home in daylight without being caught, so they decide one will go to town to buy food and wine, while the other two guard the gold. But as soon as he leaves, the two plot against him. When he returns, they whisper, "We'll stab him and take his share." Meanwhile, the one who went to town thinks the same dark thought. "If I poison the wine," he says to himself, "I can have all the gold for me alone." When he returns, the two waiting men greet him cheerfully, and then, as planned, they kill him. Laughing, they sit to celebrate their victory with wine. But the poisoned drink does its work quickly, and within moments, both fall dead beside the treasure. There, beneath the oak tree, lie three men, all slain, not by the sword, but by their own greed. And the old man's words echo in the air, "You will find Death under the great oak tree." They did, just not in the way they expected, and that's when Chaucer's storyteller, the Pardoner, turns to his audience and proudly declares, "And that, my friends, is how greed is the root of all evil." But here's the twist: the Pardoner himself is a fraud. He sells fake holy relics and blessings to make money, preaching against greed while living by it. His tale is a sermon meant to scare people into giving him gold, and that's the genius of the Pardoner's Tale. It's both a warning and a confession. It shows us that evil often wears a holy face, and that those who speak of virtue may be the first to fall into vice. So the next time you hear someone promise salvation for a price, remember Chaucer's warning that greed, not death, is the truest killer of all. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this tale, hit like, share, and subscribe. And join me next time as we explore another masterpiece from the Canterbury Tales.